Yo, good evening, everyone from the USA, Canada, all over the world. Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka the Gregonator, aka YouTuber, aka host with the most, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York, and you are now listening and rocking with Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, episode 106. That's right, folks. We made it to 106 so far, man. That's really that's very ill. And it's interesting because I didn't think I was gonna make it this far, but then I'll tell you the rest after I introduce the show. And we got a great show for you today. Um, First and foremost, if you are new to the YouTube channel universe and you missed any previous episodes, including the listeners, you can always subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you enable alerts along with the notification bell. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Leave a like and a comment alongside with the topics and episodes. Share the videos, share the episodes, tell a friend to another friend, and I'll get to the audio streaming platforms on the go in a minute. Actually, at the end of the show. I didn't mean to say that right there. Um, Let me start off with okay, let's start off with thing that I like to call mental health check-in. And how am I doing mentally, physically, and spiritually, you ask, along with everybody else? Let's see. Well, for starters, it all started with me waking up to actually look at my YouTube channel. And the thing that really got to me was the whole numbers of the amount of subscribers on YouTube and all that other stuff. I mean, 58 subscribers is all right, but I wish I could do more and maybe do better. The thing that really kind of got me was the whole algorithm thing that kind of really frustrated me because of the fact that sometimes it's hard to get traction even if you're doing like fucking short videos on reels or reels on YouTube or whatever. But the thing that really kind of gets me is that with short videos like reels, you don't get the whole story. You don't get the whole story of what I'm gonna be talking about as far as like, episodes is concerned. And the thing is, I think it's important that, we try to inspire one another. I was I was feeling like I was about to, you know, feel like I was about to give up because everybody's too busy working and everybody else didn't have the time to actually, you know, not only listen to the episodes but to get to know me as a person. You know what I mean? And I hate that I felt this way this morning. And but and not to say that I'm actually trying to compete with anybody, but I just wish I could do more. And I'm doing the best I can trying to create more content for you guys and stuff. It's just not too many people um not too many people, you know, usually have the time or whatever. And I get that. But it's like 365 days in a year, you know what I mean? And what I take from that is like it's hard for me to promote my podcast face to face because everybody's too busy to actually not take the time to do it. And the thing that really scares me is for the simple fact that it's not even about rejection anymore. It's getting blown off. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically how I'm feeling mentally right now. Just on my way to actually feeling like that my dreams of being a podcaster was about to decline, but you know, it actually turned around when I had reached out to somebody from an app, a Poco app actually, who I'm trying to see if I could get her on the show next Thursday. So you guys gonna have to stay tuned for this special guest. Um, you want to know who she is? You're gonna have to stay tuned. All right. And as far as physically, spiritually, I'm actually doing okay for the most part. Just had some dinner and stuff. Just wanted to make sure that I have a little something to drink before I even started recording. Um, so that was your mental health check-in, folks. Um, and we're gonna go to hold on. Let's hold on. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna go to before we even go to the before we even go to the chatting on the jazz segment, we got some transit news that we got to talk about here, man. Oh my gosh! So this is the New York Mass Transit files, folks. So that's for everybody that's that's living in New York, like Long Island, um, the five boroughs and stuff. This is for you, and for you guys that's like not from New York. Don't worry, don't worry, don't don't be discouraged. Um, I'm just telling you my perspective from all the times and years of me, living in New York and stuff. And this just has to do with let me see. This is in regards to not having any fare hikes in throughout the year of 2022. So let's make some noise for the New York Mass Transit files right here. Um let's give it a little sound effect right here. All right. All right, here's what we're gonna do right here, man. So our first transit news topic has to do with no fare hikes in all of 2022. And this is according to the MTA's chief wants to postpone fare hikes for the entire year thanks to more state funding for the agency and a recent lump sum of federal COVID-19 relief money. Um, and this is from MTA chairman Jano Lieber. And he says, in quote, "We are looking at being able to put off any fare increase in 2022. Metropolitan Transportation Authority acting chairman and CEO Jano Lieber told three joint state Senate committees during what a virtual meeting on January 19th, which was yesterday. Um, the agency originally budgeted to increase fare hikes in July, but the transit bigwig said ticket prices could remain steady for the rest of the year thanks to a $336 million bump in the state funding as part of Governor Kathy Hochul's executive budget released Tuesday and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's announcement last week of the arrival of the final $6 billion cash injection from the American Rescue Plan. Lieber spoke to legislators during his hours-long confirmation hearing to become the permanent head of the MTA after nearly 6 months in acting capacity. Hochul in November postponed a fare hike scheduled for the beginning of 2022 until the Democratic primary this June, claiming that President Joe Biden's 1.2 trillion infrastructure bill allowed for the move. The agency's latest financial plan from November included fare increases for July 2022, from which MTA hoped to get a $93 million in revenues, followed by more fare and toll hikes in 2023 and 2025. Sheesh. Lieber's Wednesday announcement would postpone any fare hike until after the November general election. MTA board member Larry Schwartz, a close ally of former Governor um, Andrew Cuomo, pushed the authority to hold off on a fare increase for all 2021 during a July meeting in order to lure riders back to the system. Lieber on Wednesday used similar reasoning, saying the move will bring back strap hangers following a recent setback in ridership due to the surge in COVID-19 cases driven by the Omicron variant. An outbreak of cases among transit workers also led to 6 train services to be suspended for the first few weeks of the new year, including the B, Z, and W, the third of which is still out of service. Bringing back customers continues to be our single highest priority, he said. That means providing the safest, underscore that safest, but also most reliable and most affordable service that the MTA can provide. Okay, now we could go to let's see. There's another thing I want to talk about. Oh, here we go. Another transit news. The B and Z trains are back on track tomorrow, but New Yorkers can't get the W just yet. The MTA will return some subway lines Wednesday that have been canceled for weeks due to worker shortages caused by the COVID-19 winter surge. The B and Z trains will hit the rails for the first time in 2022, starting on January 19th. After the Metropolitan Transportation Authority suddenly pulled those two routes and the W line ahead of the morning rush on December 30th due to the transit staff calling out sick in mass amid the outbreak of the Omicron variant. The agency is also bringing back express service to the 6 and 7 trains, which were cut on January the 3rd, along with rush hour A trains to Rockaway Park for the first time since December 27th, but the W train is still out for the time being. MTA officials set MTA officials Tuesday. Fortunately, the number of people unavailable due to COVID in the last few days has diminished. Therefore, we are able to put all but one of the previous suspended subway lines back in action, said MTA acting chairperson and chief executive officer Jana Weaver in a statement. The suspended lines were all on routes covered by other train lines. W line commuters can still take the can take the N, Q, and R trains instead. And MTA maintained at least 90% service across all its 472 stations, according to the head of Subways. In quote, it is a credit to Subway teams, those who work behind the scenes and on the rails, that we are able to navigate the surge and hope to restore service to the W line soon as well, said Demetrius um, Critchlow in a statement. The agency went from 14% of its train operator and conductor workforce being sick with COVID to 7%. Lever added, but did not specify how many are currently out at the 67,000 strong MTA, which is one of the few workforces left in New York City without a vaccination requirement. During the recent Omicron wave, MTA officials have repeatedly shielded away from giving precise infection rates among its ranks or how many workers called out sick due to the virus. More than 1 in 5, or 21% of subway operators and conductors, were out sick, amounting to some 1,300 workers, the New York Times reported on January the 6th. An MTA spokesman did not immediately provide current stats on worker infections and shortages. All right. Um, okay, we could talk about hold on, there's one more topic I want to talk about here though. Um in transit. Um yeah, here we go. In a renewed traffic safety push, the city will seek to redesign 1,000 intersections across the 5 boroughs and beef up NYPD enforcement of failure to yield violations, Mayor Eric Adams announced in Brooklyn Wednesday. The Department of Transportation is also implementing a new rule Wednesday requiring drivers and cyclists to stop rather than yield for crossing pedestrians at intersections without traffic lights or stop signs. The police department will also be tasked with enforcing that rule. The city will launch a public relations campaign um, under the tagline "Stop, Let Them Cross" to inform drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians of the new rule. In quote, the rules that were in place in previous generations are no longer applicable to now. When we have busy streets with scooters, skateboarders, all sorts of moving on our streets, it's more than just vehicles. The mayor said at a Wednesday morning press conference in Windsor Terrace, announcing the new initiative. Our goal is to be clear. People must learn the rules of the road or get off the road. Last year, 2021, was the deadliest on the city streets since the implementation of Vision Zero. 250 people died on the city's roadways in the first 11 months of last year, the most since 2014, according to the city's Vision Zero dashboard. Thousands more were injured at intersections across the 5 boroughs. The new year has not gotten off to a much better start. 15-year-old Antonia um, Zatu, Zatulowska was killed in Sheepshead Bay Monday after being run over by a school bus, the driver of which fled the scene before being arrested. In Bedford Stuyvesant, a 77-year-old woman was left in critical condition last Friday after an SUV driver on Gates Avenue near Marcus Garvey Boulevard smashed into two parked cars and then jumped the curb. Former Mayor Bill de Blasio made Vision Zero one of his administration's signature initiatives, and while his majority did see many major street redesigns, he was often criticized for not going far enough and approaching the issue from a windshield perspective. Uh, in contrast, the new mayor says he wants to approach traffic violence through the same lens as gun violence or other forms of disorder. In other words, a matter of public safety. The prerequisite to prosperity is public safety and justice, Adams said, utilizing a frequent campaign trail line. That public safety will also include traffic safety. You don't distinguish between the loss of a loved one through any form of violence. And traffic safety is a clear form of violence that has been ignored far too long. The initiative will focus specifically on intersections, where the mayor said 55% of pedestrian deaths and 79% of pedestrian injuries occur. We are determined to declare intersections as a sacred space and a protected space in the city of New York, said DOT Commissioner um, um, Wydanis Rodriguez. Um, this is where pedestrians and cyclists are losing their lives. As part of the effort to make 1,000 intersections safer, the city will install turn signal traffic lights and head start signals, allowing pedestrians to cross before vehicles can turn. Will focus on intersections identified in last year's streets master plan as particularly dangerous and deadly, which includes the Boulevard of Fatalities, known as Queens Boulevard. This year, the DOT will also install raise 100 crosswalks, essentially creating a speed bump of sorts where most people cross the street, add 100 new bike corrals, and add turn calming infrastructure to 100 intersections, intended to slow down turning drivers, Rodriguez said. We know drivers take turns more slowly and deliberately when physical elements force them to turn at a more appropriate speeds, Rodriguez said. As for examples of streets that would see improvements this year, Rodriguez referred um, um, AM New York to the DOT's press shop, which did not off no excuse me did not proffer a formal list, but noted that it's looking at previously identified dangerous intersections. That could include the intersection depressor took place at Coney Island and Canton Avenues in Brooklyn. There, DOT could potentially install new infrastructure designed to discourage drivers from cutting through two gas stations to try to beat traffic lights. The man said that 26 people have been injured just at the intersection in the past 5 years. The new requirement for drivers and cyclists to stop rather than yield for pedestrians at non signal intersections went into effect Wednesday. Rodriguez said that the penalty is a $50 fine. Asked whether it could lead to the NYPD increasingly targeting cyclists, the commissioner said that a dragnet on bikers is not the intent. I don't see right now that this rule that is in effect today will be doing anything more than protecting the pedestrians, said Rodriguez, the former Upper Manhattan council member. But anything that relates to cyclists being targeted, we will be working with the cyclist community. As for enforcement, Rodriguez said New Yorkers can rest assured that under the new mayor, NYPD officers will take failure to yield violations and other traffic infractions more seriously than they did under de Blasio. Last year, at a press conference on safety held by then Mayor elect Adams, a driver sped through two red lights directly past both Adams and several NYPD officers, drawing rebuke from activists in attendance. Um, and I can tell you, I was at one police plaza last week when I saw the leadership of the NYPD meeting with all the inspectors giving instructions about the work they have to do to be sure that we improve lack of safety in New York City. Rodriguez told reporters. The mayor's office says it plans to double enforcement of failure to yield violations this year. It's a new day in the city of New York, Rodriguez said. Mayor Adams' leadership when it comes to lack of safety in our city, um, including our streets, is something that he's taking seriously. Um, I am going to post a question after I get off the air on the Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast show page in regards to this matter. All right. Um, I want to hear what you guys think in the five boroughs in Long Island think about all this. All right. So I'm gonna post that in a few minutes after I get off air on the show podcast page. And also don't forget to turn on your notifications on the Instagram, especially the Instagram handles of where you guys are following me and the show pages. All right. I will remind you at the end. All right. So there you go. Um Now that was your transit news in the segment that I like to call the New York Mass Transit Files. Now we're gonna go to a segment that um it's one of my favorites actually, called Chatting or the Jazz. And you guys already know what Chatting on the Jazz is about. It's about the trending topics and the other stories that don't get the recognition. And of course, like I said, this show is consists of segments in regards to the New York Mass Transit Files. You got the Chatting on the Jazz segment, Black owned trendsetter shoutouts. There's the movie Man Cave Popcorn segment. There's um this variety of segments that I didn't even get a chance to get into. So anyway, um yeah, we gotta start off with something that's very, very, very that happened recently, and I actually talked about this yesterday actually in regards to an Asian woman who got pushed to the railroad tracks by a fucking black homeless person, and um there are and this story is going to be pertaining to the hundreds um of people that flocked to Times Square Tuesday evening to mourn um Michelle Alyssa Go, the 40-year-old woman who was fatally pushed in front of a subway train on Saturday by an emotionally disturbed homeless man. Whew, man, man, hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me just hold on a second. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Um, anyway, hang on a minute. Okay, here we go. Elected officials and New Yorkers of all ages stood as one in the heart of New York City on January 18th as they not only remembered Go's life, which was suddenly snuffed out in a possible hate crime, but also strove to make sense of why it was taken. Standing in Duffy Square, gripping signs and shielding flickering candles, several jumbled screens seized, showcasing a litany of advertisements, and in their place depicted the face of Michelle Alyssa Go alongside victims of anti-Asian hate crimes. For many, the heartbreaking portrait of Go, which looked down upon the amassing crowd below, highlighted a need to not only serve the AAPI community better, but also properly care for the mentally ill. Give me a break. If this guy was if this guy was, hold on, let me just put myself on screen because you guys probably gonna know my reaction to this. Look, man, if this guy was really mentally ill and shit like that, why the hell in the flying fuck would you push somebody to the railroad tracks? How does that make any sense? That shit makes no fucking sense to me. it's like it's like, yo, we can't go around giving free passes to fucking idiots. I don't care what skin color you are. You push somebody to the railroad tracks and shit, you best believe you're gonna get consequences, man. So you gotta be careful who you give free passes to, man. I'm not kidding. This is just ridiculous right there. So let me continue. Hang on a sec. Yeah, let me continue here. End quote. We cannot allow our train system to be our mental health support system. We must have mental health services that are provided to those in need, Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin said. I don't know how many of you heard from the sister of the perpetrator. She told the story of a brother who, when he was younger, was like anyone else, working hard, playing by the rules, and then in his 30s something shifted. His mental health went. He went to the hospital. She asked them to keep him, to take care of him because he is in desperate need of support, and we failed him. And as a result of us failing him, we failed Michelle. so, so now what we have to do is we must stop the madness. We have to provide supportive services, hospital beds, mental health institutions for those in need. Um, Organized by advocacy groups, agents fighting injustice, emotions poured out of the somber event as Jen and No honored Go's memory with an original song that reverberated, um, reverberated, to be exact, throughout Times Square. Onlookers hugged flowers to their chest, um, while others, such as Mayor Eric Adams, hung their heads in sorrow. This is New York City, the most diverse place on the globe. It's time for us to come together as a city and not allow these issues to take place. Our heart goes out to this family. I ask the press to please allow the family to mourn. Give them the privacy that they deserve. And I ask all of us to see why we are members of the greatest race alive, and that's the human race, Adams said. As speakers continue to express their anguish over the loss of a New Yorker, a shrine to Go was erected nearby, allowing attendees to pay their respects. Go's murder further underscores the rising fears of many strapped hangers due to the influx of crime and emotionally disturbed individuals finding shelter within transit um, caverns. While citizens and many politicians alike call for change, only time will tell if and when that change will come. Um, yeah, yeah, this is crazy, man. This is very crazy, man. And shout outs to the family out there, man. It's actually, going through the loss of their daughter. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is just crazy. And this was unexpected to the start of 2022. We did not expect this to happen, man, but it did anyway. But hey, well, it is what it is. So let's go to let me see. Ooh. Okay, I've been hearing about this whole sleepy chicken challenge. Almost every year, people coming up with ridiculous challenges, right? There's some good challenges, but there's some that are so fucking dumb. Okay, and this is according to this article that I'm about to tell you right here, man. You should be very chicken about trying this new TikTok trend. The so-called NyQuil chicken or sleepy chicken trend consists of cooking chicken breast in a pan while they are drenched in NyQuil or some similar over-the-counter cough and cold medication. Oh my fucking gosh, man. Oh my gosh. This is so fucking ridiculous, man. Yo. Yo, I don't know, man. That right there is gonna make that shit's gonna make you that shit's gonna make you scream, man. Now in general, you should be careful about what you put it on your breast. Folks, you don't put NyQuil on chicken, man. Don't try this shit at home, man. For real. Don't try this shit at home, man. For real. For real though. Don't try that shit at home, man. That is like Jackass 2.0 right there, man. Don't do that. Yo, now in general, you should be yeah, I did read that part. But cooking chicken breast with such a medication would be particularly foul play and potentially very bad for you. It's not clear if it's not clear if this bird brain trend was originally meant to be a joke. As you can see in the following video, the narrator didn't really clarify whether he was providing an actual cooking lesson or rather a cough parody. Um, hmm. Not exactly Wolfgang Puck or Wolfgang Cluck, for that matter. The video started with a guy holding a nighttime medication over bottle over a pair of chicken breasts and saying, in quote, I got sick last night, so I'm cooking up some NyQuil chicken. Oh shit. Now nighttime may not be identical to the NyQuil, but presumably it's similar and TikTok videos ain't always scientifically precise. You think? Nevertheless, the narrator poured ample amounts of this medication onto the chicken while heating everything up in a pan. He explained, I've done this in the past, and usually I use about, you know, 4/3 in a bottle without clarifying what exactly 4/3 in a bottle means. He continued with, if this is your first time doing this, you can get away with using about a fifth. Oh my gosh. As the chicken boiled in what was essentially a cold and cough medicine jacuzzi, the narrator proceeded on with season that NyQuil in there just at the night no the right temperature, excuse me. You want to let it sit there and let it sizzle for about 5 to 30 minutes. 5 to 30 minutes is a pretty large range. In cooking, that can mean the difference between a mushroom dish and a just mush in the room. A little bit later, the narrator emphasized. Make sure you are constantly flipping over the chicken. You don't want to give one side more attention than the other. He added sometimes the steam really makes you sleepy. Really, the vapor of the boiled medication can affect you if you inhale it. Gee, imagine that. Near the end of the video, the narrator said, "What are you looking for? Is that blue color? After all, there's nothing more del- delectable than blue chicken, right?" Blue chicken? The fuck? Blue chicken. I'm sorry, folks. I just find I just find it so fucking ridiculous, man. Like, you gotta do better than that, man. You really have to do better than that shit, man. Yo, oh man. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. At the roll, there's nothing more. Yeah, I did read that part. Um, After the cooking was done, the narrator poured the remaining medication uh from the pan um back into the original bottle. Presumably this was less than 4/3 of the bottle. This wasn't the only example of the so-called sleep chicken challenge. Or the hashtag sleepy chicken on social media. The following tweet showed another such TikTok video with chicken seemingly being cooked in a pot of cough and cold medicine. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. You've heard of chicken pot pie. Um well, this was an example of chicken pot what the fuck? Yeah. There have been videos of people doing something similar with whole chickens and not just the breast. As a whole, all these are very bad ideas on multiple fronts. First of all, when has anyone said this food really could some NyQuil to improve its taste? Yeah, NyQuil typically ain't an added flavor like ranch, buffalo, or even lilac, or even fucking blue cheese for that matter. Um, there may they may be a bourbon chicken. Wait. Hold up. Bourbon chicken? What the hell? That shit makes no fucking sense to me, man. I'm dead ass serious, man. That shit makes no sense to me, man. Bourbon chicken? What type of idiot decide to fucking come up with bourbon chicken? Hold up, let's look this shit up right now, man. I'm curious to see what the hell. Oh my gosh, hold up, man. Bourbon chicken. Bourbon chicken. What is that, man? What is that shit? Oh man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, what the hell is bourbon? What is bourbon chicken? What is bourbon chicken? Hold on. What is bourbon chicken? I don't get it. I don't get this shit, man. I really don't get this shit. Okay, so this is okay. Bourbon chicken is a dish named after Bourbon Street in New Orleans, Louisiana. And for the bourbon whiskey ingredient, the dish is continually found at Cajun themed in Chinese restaurants. The recipe includes soy sauce, brown sugar, ginger, and bourbon whiskey in the base. And the chicken is marinated with this sauce. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my fucking gosh, man. This is ridiculous, man. Nah, man. I'm not recommending this shit at all, man. Because that's just gonna make you go to the damn fucking bathroom, man. Water go down the hole. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but well, I'm sorry, but who in the hell thought about pouring fucking bourbon whiskey on fucking chicken? Whiskey is not a fucking sauce, man. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. This is so fucking ridiculous, man. Oh my gosh. Um. Okay. Wait. Where did I even? Hold on a minute, man. Bourbon chicken. This shit is so ridiculously funny, man. I hate to. I hate to really be the person to actually do this shit, but it's not happening. Let's see. Where the hell did I? Oh wait. Where the hell? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Of course. Um. Of course, there may be a bourbon chicken and an Angel's Envy bourbon. Angel's Envy bourbon? Really? What the hell? What the hell? Really? But who's ever seen a cough and cold medication envy chicken? This is when the chicken is envious, man. Yo. Oh my gosh. Ooh, boy. Secondly, boiling off the water in the medication could make it much more concentrated and thus raise the risk of an overdose. The risk of an overdose depend on what specific ingredients in the medicine. Different cough, no, different cold and cough medications rather may have different ingredients, but common active ingredients include dextro dextrometformin, um, um, acetaminophen, and antihistamines like doxylamine succinate. Oh boy, this is crazy. Too much dextrometformin, an opioid that's commonly in cough suppressants, can result in drowsiness, dizziness, seizures, and nausea, vomiting, changes in blood pressure, constipation, breathing problems, blurry vision, twitching, um, palpitations, high fevers, hallucinations, brain damage, and coma. It can also lead to impaired judgment, such as deciding to cook chicken in cold and cough medication. Too much um, acetaminophen could damage your liver and lead to liver failure. Too much doxylamine succinate can result in dry mouth, dilated pupils, um, rab, um, rhabdomyolysis, insomnia, night terrors, hallucinations, seizures, and death. Actually, too much of any of these can lead to death. Thirdly, inhaling vapors of the medication is essentially taking the medication. So you have no way of controlling how much medication is making it into your body. This in turn can make overdosing even more likely. And finally, heating a medication can change its properties in different ways. It can be like a box of really bad and potentially chocolates. Okay, first of all, first of all, wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Hold up, hold up. Wait a minute, folks. You cannot compare that shit to chocolate. Okay? You cannot compare that to chocolate. You cannot do that. No, you can't compare sweets to fucking chocolate. I'm not kidding, man. And I'm not recommending anybody doing this shit anyway. Don't fucking do it, man, because that's the most dangerous way to actually get all this for clickbait and to fucking get likes and all that other shit, and not just TikTok, but fucking Instagram and all that other stuff. Yo, seriously, y'all motherfuckers need to do better, man. I'm dead ass serious, man, because one of these days it's gonna make you throw up, and it's gonna make you go to the damn toilet. And as I say, it's not it's not this is serious, man. Because once you go into that toilet, aka potty, you're gonna end up throwing up, man. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Anyways, you never know what you're gonna get. In general, don't cook food with any medication unless the packaging, your doctor, and your pharmacist explicitly tell you to do so. When cooking, you may have the aspiration to be an iron chef, but not an iron lung chef. You don't want to end up sending yourself or anyone else you are cooking for to the hospital. That would be the definition of a bad dinner party. You think? NyQuil chicken certainly isn't the first dangerous trend to emerge on social media. For example, uh, I've covered for Forbes the hashtag frozen honey challenge. Wait, what? Hold on, 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 hold on. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, the frozen honey challenge. Are you serious? Wait a minute, man. Um, okay, the frozen honey challenge. Let's look this up, man, because this is so funny and interesting. That's why I'm like, what the hell? Okay, wait a second. Wait, what is the frozen honey challenge? Oh my fucking gosh. What is the frozen honey challenge? Okay. Um, I guess I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do this some other time, man. Um, due to time. So let's just continue where we left off here, man. Um, all right. So, okay. So yeah, I've covered the hashtag honey frozen honey challenge that could have left you with botulism in your body, and the hashtag Tide Pod challenge that could have left you with, well, Tide Pods in your mouth. Social media can be all fun and games until someone starts eating chicken cooked in NyQuil. This is the stupid. This is the stupidest shit that I ever heard in my life. Yo, man. I can't believe this shit. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this shit. Oh, oh my goodness. If you post something on social media meant to be a joke, um make it clear that it's a joke and not real health advice or a real cooking lesson. For example, say clearly this is a clucking joke. Think about how others may possibly interpret what you say and actually follow it. If you are at the receiving end of a video, consider any advice offered the same way you would consider graffiti on a bathroom stall, an advertisement on a billboard, or what some random person may yell at you from across a train station platform. Take everything on social media with a pan full of salt without the NyQuil. Oh, and don't cook food in a medication supply because someone did it on social media. Oh my god. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. If someone were to give you a bird boiled in NyQuil, that is, a proper response might be, "What the clock?" Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look, folks, hold on. Let me put this in here. Listen, folks. When I say don't try this shit at home, don't try this shit at home, man. I'm not saying don't create a challenge that's funny, but this one in this case, this one is not a joke, man. Like you gotta really be so stupid to actually do some shit like that though, man. I mean, NyQuil mixed with chicken, and then fucking you put in fucking whiskey on the chicken, which is not sauce, by the way. It ain't gravy. You can't use that as a substitute as gravy, though, man. Yo. Anyway, man. All right, man. All right. Let's see, man. Another. Well, we have some other funny shit to talk about. Hold on a second, man. Hold on a minute here. Oh, wait a minute here. I forgot about Saweetee. I forgot about Sweetie's bald head. We'll talk about that too, man. There we go. This took place a month ago. New look, who this? Sweetie has switched things up by shaving all of her hair off, and people have a lot to say about the tap in rapper's new style. Oh my gosh. On Friday morning, excuse me, December 24th, Christmas Eve, the Cali rhymer shared a series of photos on Instagram showing off her extremely short and new haircut. In the pics, Sweetie poses on the beach and around a posh home. She only captioned the flicks with several emojis, which um one of which was a bald head. Um, Tiffany Haddish actually did that shit too. Oh shit. Okay, naturally, the drastic hair transformation had the internet buzzing, with Sweetie becoming a trending topic on Twitter as people opened, opened about her blonde one blade look. I love Sweetie bald head. One person posted. I used to love my bald head. Makes you feel so free. Face cards has to be valid to pull that off. Everybody can't do it. Yeah, everybody can't pull off a fucking bald head, man. Leave that to Terry Crews, Steve Harvey. Leave that to fucking everybody else that's doing that shit, man. um, okay, so damn, Sweetie left Quavo, went to mess with Baby, and now she copped the fresh chop. Laugh out loud. The signs be there. Someone else offered. Others were just confused. Now, why would Sweetie go bald? Another person pondered. Well, yeah, Sweetie's new look comes less than 2 weeks after she was trending on Twitter and getting clowns following her iHeartRadio Jingle Bell set at New York City's Madison Square Garden, where she appeared out of breath and failed to accurately pull off dance moves. The icy rapper is currently prepping her sophomore album, Pretty Bitch Music. Oh shit. That's a terrible name for an album. Oh shit. Oh man. Which was set to come out earlier this year. She will now release an EP titled Icy Season on January 7th, which was already dropped before the LP. I don't know if people still buying LPs these days, man. To be honest with you, most people usually buy albums, mixtapes, and EPs. Most likely. Um, let's see. Um, yeah, yeah. So that's about it for Sweetie right there, man. I mean, anybody could pull this. Well, I can't say everybody could pull off the bald head. Like I said, man, leave that to Terry Crews, leave that to Steve Harvey, leave that to some of the basketball players and other people that could actually pull that shit off, man. I can't pull that shit off, man. You have to have the right head shape to actually do that shit. Oh shit. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my goodness. Um Speaking of which, can we talk about Atlanta? All right. Um all right. So okay. So after 3 long years, Donald Glover's Atlanta will return to FX March 24th. Um, and the network gave fans a Christmas gift with a trailer for the long-awaited third season, which finds the series and its characters in Europe. Watch the first trailer for the new season in the video below, which will air 2 episodes March 24th. Which I actually peeped out the trailer already. It's actually pretty awesome and interesting. Um, I can't wait for that shit. So March is like a month away. So you know what I mean. The show will then be available for next day viewing on Hulu. We are thrilled to have Atlanta back with a new season on March 24th, said Eric Schreier, president FX Entertainment, in a statement. Once again, Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, the producers, and Stella Cast have delivered another signature season synonymous with the excellence that makes Atlanta so great. Here's a synopsis from FX. In quote, taking place almost entirely in Europe. Season 3 finds Ern, Alfred, aka um Alfred, aka Paperboy, Darius, and Van, which is Zazie Beats. Of course, Brian Tyree Henry, Lakeith Stanfield, who did the Judas in the Black Messiah. Um, in the midst of a successful European tour, as the group navigates their new surroundings as outsiders, the struggle to adjust to the newfound success they had aspired to. Earlier this fall, Glover shared a cryptic teaser trailer for the long delayed third season, which was greenlight in 2018. The initial delay was due to Glover's busy schedule, released his full studio album in 2020, wrote and produced 2019's Guava Island musical film, and voiced Simba in Disney's 2019 um, Lion King remake. Then there were additional delays due to COVID-19 complications, but those delays enabled Glover and his writers' room to write the scripts for not only the third season, but the fourth season as well. Production on both seasons began earlier this year in Europe and London, Paris, and Amsterdam. Season 2 of the series earned 14 Emmy nominations, the most of any comedy series, on to win 3. Donald Glover previously won Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series for the first season of Atlanta. In his season 2 review, IndieWire's Ben Travers graded the series in A, writing, in quote, brothers Donald and Stephen Glover, who penned the episodes, continue to find natural rhythms to convey the bigger picture. Travis said in his review, when Paperboy drives home the theme of episode 3 in one perfect comparison, it connects. And so much hits home even without a declarative statement like the bizarre climax of the premiere. You're waiting for a moment to happen, without really knowing why. Then it happens to then it happens and everything clicks. Never does it feel like the show is up to no, excuse me, up on a pulpit, nor does it stray from its characters' compelling points of view. Well, can't wait to watch that shit, man. Everybody's been looking forward to this show, man, but because of the delays and stuff, man, that right there, that sounds like an ill good looking look though, man. So I'm gonna be chilling, Ellen feeling, watching Atlanta when it comes out in March, man, 24th, man. I can't wait for this shit, man. Of course, there's gonna be any TV show that you hold on, any TV show that you make, folks, um, involves character development. In this case, with Atlanta, there has been some character development into their stories and stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what people like. And that's what people like in the TV series Atlanta. Character development, man. The growth. You know what I'm saying? That's why some of the shows end up being canceled because of the fact that there was no character development. It's not about the fucking TV ratings, folks. It's the character development of the storyline that matters, not about some stupid ratings. Come on. And speaking of ratings, um, hold on a second, man. Before I even get to the box office, let's get to Lotto. Um, hang on a minute, man. So Lotto's first annual Christmas party, Lotto for the Ladies and Babies, announced her newly launched Win Some Give Some nonprofit partnered with the Rainbow House in Clayton County, Georgia. Lotto founded Win Some Give Some nonprofit to empower at-risk young women by providing them resources and support to achieve a lifetime of success. During the Christmas event, there were local teenagers, young mothers, and their children were treated to meals, Christmas presents, Black Santa branded merchandise, toys, Visa gift cards, filled stockings, free ice skating passes, and more at the holiday event. Rainbow House is a private nonprofit corporation operating Rainbow House Emergency Shelter for Children and Rainbow Connection Child Advocacy and Assessment Center. They co hosted the event with a mission to provide comprehensive services that restore, heal, and rebuild the lives of children and families. The 22-year-old selling no, platinum selling artist, excuse me, also announced her first major tour, Monster Energy Outbreak Tour, which is backed by a lot of big artists in the beginning stages of their careers. Lotto has been doing big things for her brand, and we cannot wait to see what she delivers next. That's some ill shit, man. This is very ill right here, man. Any woman doing big things it's actually a good thing, man. You know what I mean? This is one of the illest shit that she's done, trying to help people, and I have to applaud this. Um, okay, we're gonna go between the box office, man. So hold on a minute here, man. So the box office in terms of Scream taking the number one spot is part of another segment that I like to call. Give me a second. Um, Give me a second, folks. Okay, it is called the movie Man Cave Popcorn. Now, of course, you guys probably know that I've been saving this for quite some time. This is in regards to the movies in the box office, how well it did, and how it actually declined and all that other stuff. So let's break this shit down, man. And this is the box office for January 14th to the 16th. You guys, you guys remember that Spider-Man No Way Home was number one in the box office? Well, Scream 5 took over the box office. So this is what's happening here. The theatrical movie box office results for January 14th, 2022 through January 16th, 2022 have been released. Scream 5 premiered in first place at the United States box office over the weekend with $30.6 million. Spider-Man No Way Home was second at the box office with 20.8 million for 698.7 million so far. Worldwide, the film has made 1.62 billion. That's interesting. That's interesting right there, man. Scene 2 was third at the United States box office with 8.2 million for 119.3 million dollars so far. Worldwide, the film has made 214.6 million dollars. The 355, I don't think anybody cared about that shit, but premiered in fourth place with 2.34 million. The Kingsman was fifth at the box office with $2.31 million. Yes. So I'm actually going to be I'm gonna review all the Scream franchises sometime in October of this year though. I'm not gonna do it right now for my other show. So we're gonna wait till October to actually go over this shit though, man. You know what I mean? Um oh, wait a minute, man. Speaking of Spider-Man, um so Spider-Man No Way Home helped out cinema no cinema brand. Okay. Um it helped out wait a second. Yeah, it did help out if I'm not mistaken. Um oh, cinema blend. Yeah, it did. Let's see. So um yeah, speaking of Spider-Man No Way Home, after nearly a month in theaters, Spider-Man No Way Home has firmly solidified its status as one of the highest grossing films of all time. It's currently in eighth place behind Jurassic World, The Lion King. And now we have an idea when people at home will get a chance to see the superhero event of 2021. According to Voodoo, not to be confused with the curse. um, wait, hold on. Yeah, not to be. Yeah, No Way Home will get its digital release on February 28th, although that has not yet been confirmed by Sony or Disney. However, pre-orders are already online on Amazon, Vudu, Apple TV, Google Play, and the Microsoft Store. Judging from the film's current domestic total of 668.8 million and its worldwide total of 1.5 billion, many moviegoers weren't dissuaded from seeing it in theaters by COVID concerns. But for the benefit of those who have yet to see Spidey's latest adventure, there will be no spoilers in this post. At the moment, there are no special features listed for No Way Home, but there will presumably be a behind the scenes look at how the movie came together. A Spider Man 8 movie collection bundle is also available now for $60 and includes the three Tobey Maguire films, the pair of Andrew Garfield installments, and Tom Holland's contributions ending with No Way Home, which will be made available to the bundle when it's released. Fans holding out for No Way Home Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K Ultra HD debut are going to have a longer wait. As noted by Slash Film, Sony tends to schedule its physical disc release 2 weeks after the film's digital debut. If the pattern holds, then No Way Home will hit store shelves in the middle of March. That's a much longer theatrical window than the majority of films get in the COVID era. Damn you, COVID 19 from China. The Spidey sequel continued box office success is likely the reason for this. It's it's also rumored about the that Sony delayed Morbius, which I will talk about that next time. Simply to keep No Way Home on as many screens as possible. Um, In a recent interview, Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige confirmed that Marvel and Sony are already developing a fourth Spider Man movie for Tom Holland's Peter Parker. However, Holland has reiterated that his contract is up and he has spoken openly about taking a break from acting. As for director John Watts, his next Marvel movie will be a reboot of the Fantastic Four. Zendaya and Jacob Bat- Batalon reprised their roles in No Way Home as MJ and Ned leads respectively. Benedict Cumberbatch also co-stars as Doctor Strange ahead of his upcoming sequel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Marissa Tomei and Jon Favreau are back as May Parker and Happy Hogan, respectively. The film's villains include William Dafoe as Green Goblin, Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus, Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman, Rise Ifans as the Lizard, and Jamie Foxx as Electro. Finally, J.K. Simmons portrays Spidey's eternal nemesis, J. Jonah Jameson. So it's in theaters right now, you guys. Are more welcome to actually check it out, but you have to show a negative COVID-19 test. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to watch it. And that shit kind of hit me when we tried to go see it though. But with the whole fucking mandate shit that actually happened though, man. And I kind of understand why they did this though, man. You know what I mean? So, I makes no sense to actually, actually, hold a grudge about that. But you know how that shit goes, man. I mean, you gotta care about people's lives. I get it, and that's the most important thing, man. Is safety when it comes to a dangerous disease. And um, like I said before, nobody's invincible to a fucking disease, man. So let's not even do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, let me take a look at your comments. Oh, wait a minute. What up, Dominique? Yeah, I hope everything is all right with you, man. I know last time you mentioned that that you had a passing and stuff, so wanted to see how you was holding up and stuff. So yeah, I'm like, okay, all right, man. So I'll probably hit you up in a few minutes. But anyway, man, let me see how much time I have. Okay, that's gonna do it that's gonna do it for this episode right here, man. Hold on, let me just put myself back on screen. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode 106, man. You like what you heard in today's episode? Feel free to show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is $ G Money Stacks 555. That's capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555. Once again, it's not about breaking the bank and having a lot of money, folks. It's all about doing what you can, and whatever amount you are comfortable with will be appreciated. All right, so you can follow me at 17 Live at G Money Stacks, Queens, New York on there. And you can also follow the show at Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, all in one word. And don't worry about spelling it out, though. I have it all in the YouTube description right there. So you can copy and paste. You can copy and paste and then put it to the Instagram search engine. So you don't have to do all that. Copy and paste. It's not that hard. Also, you can follow my other show, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, along with my review show, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, which I am going to see if I can record that in a few minutes. And my primary handle on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. All right, so we are going to actually go to where you can actually listen to the shows right here, man. So listen. You can listen to the episodes, the new episodes and previous episodes on Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, the newly added streaming platform, Moon FM Podcast, Play FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podo Polo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Reason FM, Spotify. Don't forget to leave a 5-star rating on Podfriend, Podchaser, and Spotify on there. Even though you don't have anything to say on there, just share your thoughts on what you thought about the episodes in this one right here. We are also on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio. Don't forget to listen to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Google Podcasts, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts. And last but not least, the YouTube. Please go ahead and grab the subscribe button on the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555, where you can see a whole list of previous episodes that was recorded on the channel. There's going to be a whole list of videos of episodes. All right, make sure you enable alerts so you can be reminded, along with the notification bell, so you can be informed that the show will go on the air via live stream. Make sure you stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes that will be automatically uploaded and posted to the YouTube channel page. Make sure you download your favorite episodes, share the videos, share the episodes. Don't forget to rate. Don't forget to tell a friend to another friend, especially your friends, your significant others and shit like that. Don't forget to share the podcast along with the audio streaming platforms with the link that says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555. Of course, you're gonna see that in two Instagram pages. My primary handle, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, and Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Instagram as well, which is gonna have a link that says Linktree/G Money Stacks. When you see it, you click on it, and it's gonna take you to a whole list of streaming choices of where you can listen to the episodes, including YouTube. So yeah. Um, like I always say at the end of the show, man, make sure you reach out to your loved ones. Make sure you could make sure you reach out to your loved ones, your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, and your friends, whoever you keep in touch with, and another reminder is you can you think that everybody's all right on the outside, but on the inside, those individuals are not okay. So it's best that you try to reach out to them. Make sure you actually be able to um um make sure you show compassion and empathy. Those are the key components to showing that you really care. And of course, don't forget to actually um you can't put a time frame on everything. You just got to take a risk, and you don't have to wait till mental health awareness month like May every year and mental health day every year, because it's 365 days in a year. I mean, you can reach out to them anytime you want. So so don't get overwhelmed on when it's a good time to actually reach out to somebody. The important thing is that you actually do your best to actually keep in touch. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah. Okay, some podcast free game right here, man. So let me just inform the new people who are interested in creating a show. If you have a dream of creating a podcast, like myself, who has 3 shows under my belt, don't worry, I got you. I got your back, man. All you need to do is get some important equipment that you need. Hold on a second. Yes, first and foremost, you need headphones. You also need a microphone right here, which is what I'm using right there. Now, it doesn't have to be anything too expensive. It could be something simple like a Yeti or an Alvoxcon microphone that I'm using right now. Um, and and like I said, I brought it from Target, not Amazon, just to let everybody know on that one. Also, um, you need a laptop or computer to do your live streams. You know what I'm saying? That way you'll be able to set up an account for StreamYard. And StreamYard is a software that I use to connect my YouTube channels on to recording podcast episodes on here via live stream. It allows you to create some tools, create it allows you to create the it allows you to create some banners, some talking banners and shit right there, right? Um Also, you don't want to forget that it allows you to create your own brand, talking points, like you see right here. I'm about to change that shit in a second. Um, this is gonna feature the social media handles where you can follow the show, where you can follow me, and of course, if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to hit my DM on Instagram. Especially if you're interested in joining me as a guest co-host on my show, Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. I know everybody's time zone is different and stuff compared to the East Coast. Mostly the West Coast and Midwest and Mid East is already having different time zones and stuff like that. So, we're gonna figure something out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. We're gonna figure some shit out though. Actually, um, let me say this though. Let me say this though. This software has better audio quality compared to Zoom. And also it allows you to, share invite links to people who have email addresses, Instagram, of course, phone numbers. Um, you get the gist. I mean, when a person clicks on the link, it'll it'll let me know when I see the person. I will add you to the live stream chat. That way you can interact with me, um, chime in on some topics, like chatting on the jazz, um, and of course, all that good shit, man. You know what I mean? And of course, when you set up an account, you put your email address on there, whether it's your personal email address or whether it's a podcast email address. That way, when you set that up, you're gonna go to get login code. So it's a lot easier for you to actually not worry about remembering your password. So when you do that, you're gonna see in an email that's gonna have numbers, and you're not going to actually forget those numbers because numbers is easier to remember compared to passwords. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that was your free game on how to start a podcast. And don't forget to actually, not let anybody you know, ruin your goals and dreams of what you're trying to follow. Whether it's a podcasting career, radio personality, what is being a mass transit um driver, whatever it is, man. Don't let anybody stop you, man, because what you want to do is show people how great you are. Remember, don't talk about it, be about it. You know what I mean? And you want to eat them up like food, like this. And look, man, this has been an awesome show today. Now, I am going to be out of here right now, man, and I appreciate every single one of you who actually took the time to actually listen to the episodes and stuff. And of course, I appreciate every single one of you in terms of anything that I could do to actually, have you guys on the show. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see, depending on the schedules and stuff. So we'll see. Um. Anyway, man, listen. Um. I actually want to say, of course, yeah. Um. Yes. Thank you to everybody, especially those who took the chance to actually listen. And of course, like I said, I appreciate every single one of you who actually took the chance to do that. Um, it really means a lot to me that we are about a view away from 3,000 views, which is pretty crazy and pretty ill, though, man. So a round of applause for 2,998 views. When you are creating a podcast, of course, I forgot to mention, you want to create a name that represents you. It doesn't have to be anything that sounds the same, but it has to do with your vision and what you are about as far as like the story behind the name. I mean, you just name it though. Um, yeah. Let me just say, podcasting is not about your the listeners and the people that's watching this stuff. It's all about your thoughts and talks on what you think about the topics and stuff, man. The facts, opinions, all that stuff, man. But anyway, man, let me get up out of here. Appreciate every single one of you. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me on this episode 106. Of course, stay tuned for 107. And a quick reminder, Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast is on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. on and 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 p.m. on YouTube. So turn on your notifications, tap the notification bell on the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555. And also do the same with my other shows, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, along with Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, the review show, and of course the sports show that I just mentioned. Anyway, man, I'm out of here, man. Peace and one love, and make sure you stay safe and being mindful of all the people that you're around with, whether you are in vans, subways, buses, taxis, whether you are around certain crowds or whatever. And make sure you wash your hands along with your hand sanitizer, water and soap. Make sure you have your water alongside with your Gatorade for electrolytes for energy and strength. So there you go, right there, man. Peace and one love, man. And you guys and the folks out there in the 5 boroughs, Long Island, aka Strong Island, and all over the world and stuff like that. You have yourself a good night.